He's not in the chat yet.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing all right. I thought I was gonna end up doing some streaming during my 2 week break, but turns out it's a lot harder to do stuff if it's not scheduled. So that's why the new schedule includes me playing single player games. I'm gonna start doing that on Wednesdays. Unfortunately, that means I'm not going to be doing Sudoku twice a week, but I don't know. Depending on whether or not the rest of my schedule sort of fills up, I might bring back more Sudoku puzzles, but as of right now, trying to make sure I do all of the things I've committed to doing, which includes single player games. I see Elatron is in chat. Hello, Elatron. How are you doing this evening? Or this morning, I believe, for you. And there's Chip Sounder. Hey, Chip Sounder, how are you doing? This evening / this morning.
And it was Electron that was injured, right? Running?
Right. I believe,
Running?
yeah, Elatron, last time you were in chat, you were prepping for some running, weren't you? Have you
And if I'm thinking the
recovered
right
from that training?
person, hopefully you're, yes, recovered.
But aside from my schedule getting fixed to be Mondays for Sudoku, Wednesdays for single player games, and Saturdays for cooperative games. It's roughly the same. Wednesdays I'm going to stream a little earlier in the day. That way I have that evening still. And on Saturday I'm going to stream a little bit later, just because I've been struggling getting up. Eltron says, doing good. The running injury is getting better, but I still can't train without it getting worse again. Oh no. So I'm currently still on a running break. Thanks for asking. Glad to hear it's getting better. It is upsetting that you can't train without getting worse again. Are there alternative exercises you can do while it's injured to at least maintain strength in maintain strength throughout your recovery? Because that's like the hardest part of getting injured, is that while you're hurt, you can't train, and you lose a lot of the strength, and it's hard to rebuild that. But with that, I don't think I have anything else to really share. Chip Sounders says rowing machines are good. And Elatron says, I've been cycling and swimming over the holidays. Nice. Swimming's really a really good exercise. I absolutely hate water, though, so I don't do a lot of swimming.
Sounds
Cycling's
like
really
once you
fun.
can get back into, sorry. Sounds like once you can get back into running, though, you'd be all set for an Iron Man.
Yeah, I've heard that's a tough set of exercises. But there's a whole bunch of different versions of the Iron Man. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm a little excited for the new year. Hopefully, with changes in my schedule and prioritizing a few other things, hopefully I can do more things that I want to do, and figure things out that I have wanted to figure out for a while. But with that, I don't have anything else really to talk about. Mama, do you have anything you want to go or talk about?
No, I'm ready to Sudoku.
All right, then. Let's get into our first puzzle today, which is going to be Irregular Cages by Chip Sounder. Irregular 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 6 in every row, column, and 6-cell region. Digits in a dotted cage without repeat sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. All right, link is in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Let's get started. Well, a pair of 8s means I'm going to have a 4 here. And with that 4, because we have 6x6 Sudoku rules, 1 through 6, is going to be 21. A pair of 8s is 16. Add 4 on top of that, and that makes this a 1-4 pair. And I guess the other thing I could have figured that out is I don't have a 1-7. So that had to be a 1 over here as well. I don't know why I did it that way. 2, 6, 3, 5 is both of those. Which means this is going to have to be 2, 3, 5, isn't it, for this 10? Because if I had to do a 6, it would have to be 1 and 3. So yeah, so this has to be 6 and 2. Although I'm pretty sure I put 2, 6 there and 3, 5 there, so that would have been completely backwards anyway. How's this 7 going to work? That's all of the digits, but 2 and 6 pair with 1 and 5, and then the 3 pairs with a 4 here. But that's all of that. Electron says row 5, column 1 should also then be 1 or 4.
Yes, because that digit has to be in yeah, that block over there for, so it matches row 4, column 6. And that is not 2 and 6.
Well, it can't be 2. I'll agree to that one, because of the... Well, no.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, wait. Five, column 1. Oh, of course the AC is gonna... Alright, hopefully that removes the AC sound in the background. Electron says the 2 bottom rows, 1 indent and 1 outdent. There we go. That makes a lot of sense now. So those 2 are the same because of that shape. And I guess if we missed this shape here, this has to be in this box as well, but it can't be any of those. And so it's already ruled out of here, and because it has to be in here, it's ruled out of those as well. So it couldn't be 2 or 6. And then that 1, 4 takes out 4, and 3 is an option there. And I think this 2, 6 now has to be those 2, which is the same rule as how this 14 ended up. Excuse me, not 14. 1, 4 got ruled out of there. This 2, 6 can't be any of those. It has to be those two. I can put a 1 here because I can then do 4 and 6 to make 10. But these 3 have to be 10 together. Because 10 and 11 is 21. And it can't be both 1 and 2, but it couldn't be 1, 2, and 7 anyway. Electron says, then combine that with the bottom of column 3. Right. 17.
17, 4.
4 more.
So that makes 2, 3, 5 again. Well, no, I guess it could be 1, 2, or 1, 3, 6, but 3 has to be in there.
Chip Sounder says the 4-6 cage, the 4-6 breaks the 9 cage. It will have no fill. Four, 6 breaks the 9 cage? Okay, well, 6 and 3, 4 and
yeah,
5.
if it's
We know we have to have a 4 in here. Oh, you're saying if this was a 1, then this would have to be 4 and 6. And then I would be leaving 3 and 5 as the leftovers, but that's only 8, so that forces a 4.
and 7 for the 11 cage, and so it just leaves 2 and 5.
So yeah, so these can't be, they have to be 1, 3, 6 for the leftovers. So this is 2 and 5 here, a 6 there. 6 and 4, 6 is gone, 1 is gone. 3, 6 pair makes a 1. I need 9, it has to be 3, 6 or 4, 5. 4 pairs with 5, 6 pairs with 3.
Row 1, column 3, and row 6, column 4 are the same. Because if you look at the first 3 columns, that's 3 of the same, and the 3, God, I can't even talk. There are 3. If you look at the shapes, there's 3. Yeah, and then the 3 columns.
It's
So
the
those 2 are the
same
same.
the same reasoning as
The
with
same
getting these
reasoning
2
as that,
4s.
yeah.
These 2 4s point into this box to leave a 4 here. 1, 6, 3, 6, 3, 1, 4, and 5 to make 9. because I have 10 with the 1 on the outside. 2 and 5 are gone here. I need, what, 3 and 6, but this 6 is going to place that there. 3's gone from here. 2, 3, and 5. The 3 across, of course, makes that that. I need a 1 still. A 2 is going to be here. 3 there, and a 6. And we're done. Yeah. Right. Then, next puzzle. Right, hold on. Not that end. Grab. This goes there. This gets dragged over here. And then that. This checked. There we go. Puzzle number 2. Hidden in Plain Sight by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 6 once each in every row column and 2x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage without repeat, and cells separated by a black dot has one digit double or half the other, a 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive, and not all dots are necessarily given. Electron says, nice puzzle, always impressed by irregular boxes leading to cool deductions. It is fun to have more interesting shapes to lead to conclusions.
One of them has to be 3, 6, and the other has to have a 2 in it.
Right. So then this is going to be 1, 4, and 5 then, with a 5 required. So that's 9 left over.
Well, if it's 4 and 5 in the top, that's 9. It would require 5. It would have to be 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. If it's
1 and
6,
5
we get
is
8
6.
left
That
over,
would be 8.
which would have to be 2 and 6.
Yeah.
So I guess a 2 is forced. Because it's
Yeah.
either 2, 6 or 2, 3.
2, 3.
Well, 10 has to be a 4 6 pair. There's no other way to make 10 with only 1 through 6. These two can end up being the same, so that eliminates nothing from here. A 7 and 14 are 21, which means these 6 are also 21. And if I look at the 14, the 7, and the 10 here, that's 31, which means these 4 are 11, and these 2 are 10. Which means I can't put a 3, 6 here. So this has to be the 3, 6. A 4 and 1, 2. 2, 6 are gone. Chip Sounder says this one was a fun one to make, and Elatron says I think there might be something in box 6 with the 4-6 pointing into it, because either the 4 or the 6 are on the black Crocky. But that's where my train of thought ends. I don't. Well, we know there's going to have to be a 4, and 4 has to pair with 2. So the 6 has to be over here, which is going to be a 5-6, and we're going to get 1-3. But I think the I think I got this 4 a little earlier.
Well, if that black Kropke in column 5 is 2-4, then that's 1-6.
All right. 6 and 2. Chip Sounder says row 2 and 3 versus column 3 and 4 set. Which I did get a little bit before. This is a 1-3 pair. Just going to make this 4 and 6, but that 6 there is going to give me 4, 3, 1. And these had to be 11, so that's a 5. 11
Well,
is going to be 1, 2 for 3.
yeah.
Still have a 2 and a 5, I believe. A 5 and a 3. 6 needs to be somewhere.
1 and 6, yeah.
Chip Sounder says 1 4s cancel, 7s cancel, and leaves the top 2 cells equaling 10. Yep.
Well, and that white Kropke in column 1 can't be 1-2 because it would break the 1-2 and the. And the 5 has to go to 4 because it sees 6 in a row.
Right. Still just 3 and a 6, and now we're done. And I already liked this puzzle. I wonder if I did this already in a different video. Not sure. It's not impossible. The name sounds familiar. But doesn't matter. It's part of a new set, so that's what is going on here. Grab those. Control C. And Control V. And then bring the next puzzle over. And then I just realized I grabbed the wrong puzzle. But that's okay. C. And then put this one in there. Alright. Puzzle number 3. The Unmarked Road in the Fog by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and a 3x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Placing a correct digit will clear the fog in the surrounding cells of that digit. No bifurcation necessary. Excuse me for a second. I am getting a phone call. There, I have now canceled it on like 6 different places. Because it rings on my computer, it rings on my phone. I also just realized I'm not watching the stream on my phone. And give myself a like react. I did not recognize that phone number, and who's calling me at 8:30 at night anyway? If they don't leave a voicemail, then they can. Oh, okay. I know who was calling me now.
Well, to think back in the day, we
Probably an
used to
accident.
just answer the phone without knowing who was calling,
Yeah.
and we would simply pick up and say, "Hello?"
Which I would. I sometimes will answer the phone. But um, uh, yeah. Sometimes I'll answer the phone. Sometimes I won't. But right now I'm busy, so they can wait regardless. So um, and it's late. Unless it's an emergency, um, they can text me, I guess, and then I'll see the message. What am I trying to do? I don't need that open. That can go away. And all right, let us try again. I did get a voicemail. All right. The Unmarked Road in the Fog by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column in a 3x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Placing a correct digit will clear the fog in the surrounding cells of that digit. No bifurcation necessary. Digits in a dotted cage, without repeat, sum to the total in top left corner of the cage. Cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1 to 2 ratio. And clues outside the grid sum the digits in the indicated diagonal. Digits may repeat if other rules allow. Puzzle link is in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Let's go ahead and get started.
Well, that's a 30 cage in that, and it's so 6 and 8's on top.
Maybe 3 and 4. And
Leaves
if
1,
this is
2,
a
and 5.
6,
Oh, well, yeah.
if this is a 6, that would be a 4, and that would have to be a 3. So that's not going to work. We're going to have 8, 3, and 2 to make 13. So 4 and 6. And we get 1 and 5 left over.
And that
Um,
revealed a 22 cage, and you can't have a 1.
right. Should be 17
17.
left.
Yep, and can't have an yeah.
So 4
And
automatically.
that's
14.
14.
We have 6. So 2 is gone. Pairs with,
6
excuse
isn't
me,
on there.
1 and 5, 2 and 4 to
Yeah.
make 6. So 4 pairs with 2. And the black property dot means 5 and 1 are gone. Well, this can't
1
be a
can't.
2, so not a 1. So 4 pairs with 8. 4 pairs with 2. 17. Well, I already have 8 gone. If I put 9, well, I could put a 9 in there still.
Well, look at what's left in the box. 17, 27, 31,
14,
14. So 5,
5,
9.
9, 6, 8. But the 8.
Well, there's an 8 in the box.
And then the 9 and the 5 will fix their positions. And 1, 3, 6, and 7. So 3, 6, and 7.
And that black crappie that was revealed in row 9 has to
3,
be
6.
3 and 6.
With the 1 left over.
5, 7, and 9 is left in row 8.
And 2, 4, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have
The
12 left
21
over here.
gauge. Oh, yeah. Can't have a 2 on it. And it can't have 4 because that would be 17. So it has to be 8.
Uh, 8 and what, 13 left
13.
over? It's going to have to be 6,
That's
7 because of the 8, 9 over here.
And that 3-cell 11 cage can't have a 9 in it. Seven would be 4 left over, and 4 can't be made up with a 2 and a 4 in it. At the 11 cage in column 8.
Ah, so this is a 5 and these two aren't. Which means we have 6 left over, so 2, 4. These 3 are 12. 7 and 9 is already quite a bit. 7 and 2 is 9, which would be 3 to make 12. And then that was the minimum, so that would be the maximum.
Right. Well, if you look at 9, if you were to use 9,
Yeah.
9 and 4 is 13, that's too much. 9 and 2 is 11, which would need a 1, which is its season column, so it can't be 9, it's gotta be the 7.
And
So that has
6.
to sum to 5, the last 2 digits.
Take that away. 14.
Can't be 6 and 8, there's a 6 in the box.
So 5 and 9. These 3. 1, 2, and
5.
what's left over here? I need a 1. 2, 7, and
7 and
8.
8. Hmm.
34. Well, I have 4 right now, and those two are pretty small. If I made this the maximum it could be. Oh, I already have an 8, 9 here, so this is maximum 6, 7, which is 13. And another 7, which is max 20. 24
Would leave 10.
for 34. 3 and 7. 1 and 6. And 7, 7, 6, 7.
Nice.
Get 20 here, which is minimum 3. But doesn't really remove anything. The 7 sees the 7 over there. I guess what's left over in here. 1 and
1, 2, and
2.
3.
1, 2 pair. 7, 8 makes that 2, 1. 2 and 1. 3 and 6 means this has to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And 1 and 8. That's 2 and 4. Well, not particularly helpful on this side of the equation. Across the middle here. 3, 6, and 8. 3 and 8. Yes, 3, 6, and 8 here. Make that a 3. So I need 17, which is going to have to be 8 and 9. 1, 2,
4 and 5.
5. No longer a 4. Although that doesn't affect anything on this side. 35. Meanings Well, this 7 and 8 is not there, so this cannot be this cell. So it's either this one or it's that one. And, I mean, I guess those could both still be 8s, because the 8's in here.
Or 5, 6, 7. Okay, 2. You have to have 5 in that 35 cage.
Uh-huh.
So where can you put 5 in that 35 cage? It can't go in column 8, 7, 6, 5, or 3. It has to be in column 4 because every other one has a 5.
Mm-hmm. If this was an 8 and that's an 8, that would make this a 3. Because 35 has 10 remaining. Because if we make those there, then that would make that 35, 10 more makes 45. If this is a 7 and that's a 7, then this could be a 2 paired with an 8, or a 4 paired with a 6. Which means this can't be 4 and 8, can it? Because this is a 7, then these two need to make a 10. And a 4 and an 8 mean I can't use a 6 or an 8 over here.
Right.
So 8's not an option there. I think this is 1, 2, and 8. These two are 4, 7. And that leaves, what, 3, 6, and 9? 2, 4, and a 9. A 2 is now required, so that's not a 2. So this is either 6 and 4, making this a 1, 2, or 8 and 3, which would have no impact. Although this would be a 1, which would make it 2 and 4. 8 and 3 makes that a 1, 2, 4. 6, 4. Make that 1, 2. 17. But it could be more than 3 cells. This is minimum 7. Add a 1, it's not going to make that too much of an issue.
Column 1 is left with 1 and 5. 2,
3,
3, and
4,
4.
6, 8, 9.
Yeah.
17. Hmm. 7 and 9 is 16 out of 1, and you're just fine. So what else can we look at? It'd be nice to know what's going on here.
Oh, if 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 the outlier in the 35 cage is an 8, that means that that's 27 in the rest of it of the 35 cage, right?
Hmm.
So the rest would sum to 18. Well, 7 and 11 is 18. Well, you can't make 11. Oh, 3 and 8. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Yeah, because these
I can't
three
add.
are either 17 or 18.
Right,
And if this is a 7, then that's the 7, and then the other two are 10. And if this is an 8, then that's the 8,
right.
and these two are 10. Which is
Yeah,
why
I don't
it's
know
a
why
7.
I couldn't add. I guess for the same reason I couldn't talk earlier.
Yeah. So if this is a 7, then this is 4 and 6. And if this is an 8, then this is 8 and 3.
Right.
Excuse me. Yeah, 8, 3, 7. But if this is a 7, then that's a 6 and a 4. Okay, well, could either of these be 8? Because if this is a 7, then that's an 8. And if this is an 8, then that's an 8.
Right.
So neither of those could be 8. I know one of these is 2. If I knew that this was all that the 17 was, that would make figuring this out simpler. And if I knew what this one was, what am I missing? Missing. Electron says, pretty sure row 2, column 5 cannot be a 6. Because if it was a 6, yeah, if Electron says because of the 17 cage. So if it was a 6, 6 and 4 is 10, and I need 7 left over. Where could I get it? Well, I couldn't exactly get it this way, could I? No, I think I could get it
No.
if the 17 went all the way across this way.
No. Because to make 7 and 3, you have to have 1, 2, 4, and you've already used the 4.
Right, 6 and
Because
4.
6 and 4 is 10.
Yeah, that's what I was missing. And if it
And
was
6
6
and
and
7 is
7,
13,
then I need 4,
which
which
is
I
1
can't
and
get from
3.
here, and then there's no 3 adjacent. So 6 and 7 is
So,
definitely
yeah.
out. 6 and 4, I would need to make 7. Oh, we know it can't go up because that's where the 17 is. Because it's in the top left corner of the cage. So
Right.
yeah, so it would have to be 7 either here, here, and we know we can't do 4 because, like you said, we would use the 4 already. And so I can't make it in these two. So yeah, not a 6. And Chip Sounder says the cage cannot go into the row 1 because the clue would be in the top row.
Right.
So, with that information, could we ask if this was a 9? Well, 9 and
Where is
7 and
oh,
1.
never mind.
9 and 4 is 13. I would need 4 more. So it would have to be 9, 7, and 1. 3, 7 is 10, but then I could do 1, 2, 4. Except I couldn't because of the 2, 3, 4 here. And then there's no way to make 7 in just these two. And 3 and 4 is 7. I would need to make 10. I can't do 1, 2, 4. 10. I couldn't use 8 or 9. Could theoretically do 1, 2, 7. I could do 2, 8. Or 1, 9. 3, 4. No, I couldn't do 2, 8 if I did 3, 4. So yeah, I could do 3 and 4 and 1 and 9, I think. And I could do 3, 4, 1, 2, 7. No, I can't use it 2 if I've done 3 and 4. But I think that forces this to be a 1. Yeah, Electron says, is row 2, column 6 always a 1? So 9 and 7 is 16, I get a 1. 3 and 4 is the only other option. And it can't make 7, excuse me, I can't make 10 and 1. And I can't use a 2, so that would have to be 1 and 9. And I can't do it in 3 because I can't use a 2. Because I couldn't do 1, 3, and 6. I can't use a 3 or a 4. So it'd have to be 1, 2, 7. Yeah. So yeah, that does look like this is a 1. So that's 2, that's an 8, a 4 here. 4s are gone. 8 and 1. 3, 5, 1. 3 is out. 8 is gone from here. This one isn't a 3, that's not a 3, 1, and 5. Okay, where else? Oh, well, this is 10. So these two have to be the same now. So those are
Right.
8s. 1 and 7. 6 and 5. Not an 8. Not an 8. Now there's 6. 6, 9 pair makes an 8. 17, that works.
12 to 17 cage now.
Ah, right, because that's 1 means these are 16, so that's 9 and 7. 6 and 3, 4, 2, 4, 9, 6, 9, 2, 3, and 7. If I could click the right buttons. But yeah. It doesn't seem like this 17 is that helpful. But perhaps there was either something I missed that happened in here, or yeah, I didn't end up actually using that 17, but I don't think there's that much of an issue with unneeded clues. Oh, that was a different call than I thought it was. I misread the thingies. Anywho, mission accomplishment. So, go ahead and leave all of these on that screen. Next puzzle.
Kind of fun seeing the solve counter being so low.
Mm-hmm. It is nice to be early solvers. Alright, puzzle number 4 for today. Is going to be Crime Cages by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 8 once each in every row column and 2x4 box. Digits in a dotted cage, without repeat, sum to the given total in the top left corner of the cage. Adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 4, and cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1-to-2 ratio. Electron says, alright, I'm going to hop off and go to sleep again. Hope to catch you next week again. Alright, hope to see you next week, Electron. Get good sleeps. Our difference is 4. We have 1 through 8. But I believe that still means if I place a 4, then I can't do anything less than 4. So then 4 plus 4 is 8, and that's the only option. So it's still going to alternate. It's not going to be the Dutch Whisper line that has that ambiguity in the middle. And then the 5 also, plus 4 is 9, which isn't allowed, so minus 4 is 1's forced. Where to get started? I mean, the 13s have one less option. Because they would have 4 and 9, but we don't have a 4 in this puzzle, so that's 5, 8, and 6, 7.
I mean, there's no 4 in the puzzle.
There's no 9.
Okay. Did I hear that right?
I misspeak all the time. I'm just going to assume that I misspoke. I meant to say there's no 9 in the puzzle, but
I thought maybe I just missed it. Like, wait a minute, there's no 4? Oh.
It's a good thing this isn't recorded, so no one can go back and check to see what I actually said. Okay, well, the thing here is that these are either both low digits or both high digits. With the 7, we could do 3 and 4, which are both on the same side of the middle. But an 11, well, 5 and 6 are both on the same side of the middle. Excuse me. And that's true on all of these.
Boxes 2 and 7. 17 and 11 is 28, so that's 8 left over. And you can't put 6 on the 8.
Because 1 through 9 is 45. Lose the 9, it's 36. And 28 plus 8 is 36. For some completeness there. If this was a 5, you'd have a 1 on both sides, but you can't put a 1 in an 11, a 2-cell 11 cage. So we don't have 5s here. So they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and therefore 5, 6, 7, 8 on the other side. Now, of course, the 7 isn't going to be an 8 or a 7. So 5 and 6 is 1 and 2. And 5 and 6 take out 3 and 4 as options in the middle. Because 3 plus 4 is 7.
And that's now 3, so that leaves 5.
In both spots here. And 5, 8 is gone. 5's not here or there. 6, 7, 8 is going to be what? 3, 4,
And
5?
6 cannot
Can't
be
be
in
5.
on the 11, so
Well, the 2 7s can't be 3, 4. 5 paired with 2.
the 17 cages, the black crop key cannot be for 8 because that would be 12 left with 7.
Right.
And you have to have the 6 in the 17. But it could be 3, 6 paired with an 8.
Well, if it can't be 4, 8, it's going to have to be 3, 6 because of the 1, 2 pairs.
Right.
And then 8 left over
Yeah.
because 9 and 7 is 17. 7's not going to affect going down. But looking at the middles of these two whisper lines, or simply green lines, if it's a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know it's not a 4, we know it's not 1 or 2, but 3 and 4 is 7, but 5 and 6 are the only options. So it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to have to be 5, 6, 7, 8, not a 5. And then these are going to be forced to be 1s and 6s. Now, 4 and 4 is 8, so yeah, that's a possibility. But I can't do 1 or 2.
7
8
or
or
8.
7. And then
Yeah.
these two are going to have to both be
3.
3.
2, 4, 5. Same with box 1.
I don't know how I ended up with letters. I was trying to do Control C for copy and then Control V for paste. But I ended up typing a C somehow. Control Alt? I mean, that gets me into the letters, but
Yeah.
only
Columns
temporarily. I don't know.
4 and 5 are left with 1, 2, and 4.
Why is my mouse being weird now? What?
Well, that was interesting.
Okay, my mouse is definitely being weird. I think it.
Make it
And the screen
stop.
went black for everyone on my side, so
Yes.
I don't know what that issue is.
Yeah, I don't see your screen.
Okay, let's give a refresh on the. Um, that tab's working. Oh, okay.
Yeah, dark mode.
It's ultimate dark mode, I guess. I'm just gonna get rid of that tab. Okay. Well, it worked for a little bit.
Well,
Okay. If I
we
put it
see
back.
something now.
First try? Resume? I have no idea what just happened. Literally none. Like, my mouse was being weird, and then it just unrelatedly just decided to go dark. Yeah, my mouse still feels like it's being weird.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
row
it's gonna
3,
left drift. Row 3.
yeah, in that the green on the right has to have a low,
Yeah.
which would pair with the other 3 lows. Those are both high.
Oh, and I got letters again somehow. Because I caught it before I started typing. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So, obviously no 9s, because there's no 9s in the puzzle. It can be 1, 2, 3, or 4, but it can't be a 5. So that's not super helpful. I didn't forget any rules, did I? No, I don't think so. Chip Sounder asks, where is the 7 in column 3? Well, there's a 7 in this box, so it's not down here. This can't be a 7 because it's in a 7 cage. The 6 7s here, rule it out from those, and then that's not a 7 because of the pattern on the whisper line, and this 7 rules it out of there. So that's the only option for a 7. Gives us an 8. 8 here. We get something similar in this column because the 7, not a 7. Can't be 7s because of the 13s. Not a 7, not a 7. Is a 7, is an 8. So 8's gone there. And of course, 7 and 4 is 11.
Column 4 now has a 1 2 pair, same with column 5.
So
Placing the 4s.
And now the 7s can't be 2 5s. It would break the 2 5 here. So 1 6 2. 1 6 2 3 6 5 2 3 6 5 2 7, and then this breaks the symmetry. 6 7s, 6 7 and 2, so that's a low digit. 5
And
or
1
8.
goes out too because of the 1 2 pair.
Right. And 3 can't pair with 5, so we get an 8 here, a 5 there. So I bet that means this is a 5. But I'm not certain. That has to be a 5 because these two ruled out of all that. So now it has to be one of these two and it can't be there, so that's a 5. So then this must be an 8.
Column
because
3.
That one
An
is. And that one there.
1 2 and something.
3, I think.
3.
7 here means that one's a 7. Yeah, because this one rules it out. So 7 there. So then, well, if that's a 3, then that's a 3. So that's a 3. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. And if this is a 1, then that has to be a 1. Because it's the last place a 1 could go. A 5 here probably means a 5 there.
Well, that and
And
it's
I
all
still need a
left in
2. And it's 4. There we go. First try. So I guess this didn't actually break the symmetry. It just broke the symmetry of the given clues, but not the symmetry of the puzzle. It's pretty interesting how symmetrical puzzles work. Excuse me. Alright. I'm looking at emails. That is not what I look at. I will look at Sudoku puzzles. This one. Grab the next puzzle from the list. Grab the next puzzle here and leave it on that screen. I can click, no, not again. First try. Fixed it. No longer an issue. Copy all of that. And then here.
That was a very elegant puzzle.
Alright. And fifth puzzle for today. Lucky Flower by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column in a 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage, summed to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Link in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, not 5. So those are a pair of 5s. 15 is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. 17 has to be 8, 9. 17 there. And then a pair of 1, 2s. This 9 is going to fix that. This 1 is going to fix this. 1 pairs with 4, 2 pairs with 3, 9 pairs with 6, 8 pairs with 7. Sevens. Go ahead.
I was going to say the one in column 2 has to be 1 and 6 because it sees 2 and 3.
Because it has to have 1, 2, or 3 in it. And if it sees 2 and 3, then the smallest has to be a 1. And that one, it gets pushed down to there. So 1 pairs with 4. And, this one could be a 2, but this one could still be 2 or 3. So we get 5s on both sides and a 4 on the left. But 13s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, you can't do 4, 9 in this one. And 8 and 5 on that one. 6 pairs with 7 here. So there's the basic setup. I think this has to be a 5 because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which actually means 5 has to be... No, it doesn't. Never mind. 5 has to be... No, it doesn't. Never mind.
Well,
Okay.
column 5 has a 2 at the top because it's just 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, and 4 left in the column.
Right.
And yeah.
4 pairs of 3, 2 pairs of 5, 2 and 5 is left, 2 pairs of 3, 5 pairs with 8, 6, 7. I don't see an 8, but that's going to go there. I don't see a 3. 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is also a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. And row, well,
Row
6.
where?
I say row 5. It's left with 8 and 9 now. And there's a 9 in column.
9 pairs of 6. 9 pairs of 8. Seems like a good spot to look at. A 1
1.
is these two. Also need a 3 on this side. 4 anywhere. And a 7 anywhere. Okay. So we'll just move upwards.
2, 5,
2.
6, 8.
Neither of these are 2. They're also not 8. So that takes 5 and 6 out of this side. And doesn't affect anything going down, so just continue moving up. 1, 2,
4, 5,
3.
7, 9.
These two aren't 4. These two aren't 9.
The crop key cannot be 9 because it sees an 8 in the row. 7, it can't be 7 because it sees 6 and 8 in the row, so it has to be 4 followed by 3.
This can't be 5. 7 there, not 7s. And then I guess go around to box 6 because it's the next one that's full.
2, 3, 5, 7.
And that was less than I was hoping for. 1, 2,
3,
3,
6,
6, 8,
8,
9.
9.
9 from there, 3 and 6 from here, so that's an 8, that's 9. 8 pairs with 7. 3 is gone from here, but that's it. Oh, we do box 3 or box 8?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I already clicked in box 3, so let's do that one. 1,
1,
2.
2, 5, 6, 7.
Ones, twos, sixes. 3, 6 is going to take 6 out. One, 2, 5, 7, 9. I think is what's left. 1, 2,
Mhm.
5, 7, 9. And it sees 1, 2, and 5. So you get a 7, 9 pair. It goes 5, 2, and a 1. 5, 6, 7, 6. 7, 5. And now these two. 1
1 and
and
8.
hoping that would get something else down here, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 3 aren't 8, and that one's not 8, so this one is 5 from those two, 6 from these two, and if this one's not a 7, it's a 4. So that's 3 and 6. 3 not 4s is a 4. 6, 7, and a 5. There are 3s. Those 3s are both of those. 4s have to be on this side, but they can't be on the bottom, so that's a 4. 5's here. 6's. It being either of these two. 7's. Completely unhelpful. That can't be a 6. Or an 8. So it's 3, 7, and 9. This isn't the 9. Okay. We have something fancy. Here's the 8. Nope. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s are done. 5s, a pair there and a pair there. 6s, got one there, there, and there, and a pair here. 7s, one of those two, excuse me, one of those 3, up here, and around here. Eights, over here, 9s. Those two, one of those two. Okay. Am I just missing something fancy, or am I just missing something obvious? 3, 7, and 9.
Oh no, silence.
Was it silence on my side, or I was just
There was just silence.
yeah.
Neither one of us was talking. It's like, oh no.
That is the thing that I struggle with the most is keeping avoiding the dead air. But we'll figure it out. It's probably got to be these 15s. If this is a 6, that's a 9. Oops. Chip Sounder says the cell you're on now can't be a 3. And I believe the cell I was on here, row 6, column 6. And it can't be a 3 because if it was a 3, I'd end up with a contradiction. It forces 2 3s in row 6. If that was a 3, you have 7 and 9, 5 and 3, 2 and 7, 6 and 6. So depending on the path you take around, you're going to end up with a contradiction here somewhere. Is there an easier way to spot that than just asking if it's a 3? I always wonder those questions of, like, is
Box
there...
5.
Because we've got the 5s here.
Top 15 cage. Can't be a something because it kills the
9
5
and
in the top
6.
left of box 6.
Well, we ruled the 3 out of here. And then Carl says not 9 and 6. Because if it was, you'd have an 8 and a 7, a 6 and a 7, a 9. This would have to be 3, which would make 5 and 3, 2 and 7, and then the 5 6 right here breaks there. And then Chip Sounder says 3 7 6 in the box forces 5 in row 6, column 3. And then just made this 6 and 8. Excuse me, 7 and 8. And then the 5 got forced here because of 3, 7, and 6. I'm not sure. This ended up being 3 as well. 5, 9, 6, 2, 5, 8, 7, 3, 7, 9, 67627. There we go. Ah, that was for making it a 3 in row 6, column 6. Sorry. No worries. I was waiting on that for a while. Yeah, I do, see, Carl says it was faster than that if you focus on row 4. You find that you kill the 3-5 in the top left of box 6 pretty quickly. Yeah. I was trying to find something more clever. Oh, I don't know if clever is the right word. I was trying to find something like an XY wing or an XYZ wing or something else fancy other than the what if this is that. Because that's my least favorite solution method, but it is sometimes unavoidable, and there wasn't that much left of the puzzle, so it can sometimes be better to just simply ask if this is that, what happens. Yeah. And I always wonder, like whenever I do the if this was that thing, like is there another way I could have progressed? But oh well. So that was puzzle number 5. And then let's hop over to puzzle number 6. Just drag that over. And I have, depending on how fast this one, we might just have one more puzzle today. And doot, doot, doot. Alright, puzzle 6. Thermometers and Cages by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat and sum to the total in the top left corner of the cage, if given. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. Link in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Let's get started here. And then, Carl, I did forget to say thank you for your help on the previous one. So I do appreciate the help. Let's see, there's a 1, 2 for the 3 here, an 8, 9 for the 17. 11 has to be 1, 2, 3, and 5, and the 3 here takes those out. And then 4, 6, 7, and 8 is the remainder. These 3 are those 3. Alright, what else? Well, we have 3, 7, or 4, 6. And then the 11 can be 3.
Row 3?
Row 3.
Oh, sorry, row 2. Jeez, I can't count today. I can't talk.
It does
Yeah,
happen
11 and
sometimes.
10 is 21 and 4.
24.
Or 3 is 24 and 5, 29 and
So that
16.
leaves the 7, 9 pair.
7, 9.
So then 3 and 7. And then this is going to have to be 3, 8.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
And
our
the
8,
8,
9.
9 in column 1.
And then our 10 has to be 4, 6 because the 3 pairs with the 7. And the 8, 9 takes 8 and 9 out. So 6 is the only high digit remaining.
So it looks like 1, 2, 5, and 7 in column 1.
2, 5, 7.
Well, 1 and 2 can't go on the in box 3, 1 and 2 can't go on the thermo. So, they're in the outliers.
This is minimum 4, and
Right.
because of the 7, 9, and 5, this has to be 4, 6, and this has to be 6 or 8. And actually, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. And actually, if these are 1 through 5, a 4, 6 takes 4 out as an option. And now this isn't a 3. Chip Sounder says, where are 4 and 6 in row 4? They have to be one of these two. Quite enough to make some eliminations happen over there. If we removed 3, we could make that a 7. Really want to mark the rest of these? Got a 4, 6 pair here, though. Which means, well, whatever that is going to be over there, and 3s have to be over
8
here.
8 can be
8.
placed in row 4, because if you look where 8 has to go in, yeah, rows 5 and 6. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
then
7
this
has
one's
to
9.
go in
It's one of these two.
one of those 2, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that helpful. No, we can't have a 3 on here, so this is 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, and then the 4 and the 6 here. One, 2, 5, 7, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, it's still fine. But this one can't be an 8. Because if it was an 8, that would be a 9, and that would break that. And then that's going to pull 7 and 6, excuse me, and 5.
Where can you put 1 in row 8?
1 is out of all of these, so it has to be one of those two.
It
If
can't
I
be in the
made this a
1950s.
1, yeah, because 8 and 9 is 17, and 1 is 18, so that's not enough. So clear that. 1's here, 1's not there. 2, 4, 5, 7. Just going to place a 1 in box 3. No, this is 3, 4, or 6. Because their 3 has to be over here, and the 4, 6 has to be over there. So I guess this has to be 2, 4, or 6. Yeah, because the 7, 8 means those aren't 8. And if that's 1, and those aren't 8, and that can't be 8, so this is. Chip Sounder asks if row 8, column 3 is a 3, the 12 cage in box 7 has no fill. We can't use
because it
8
would be 4, 5,
and
6.
9.
Because 1, 2, and 3 would be taken up. Would have to be 4, 5, 6 would be the minimum, which is 15.
Right. So 3, 4, 5. Could this be a 4 for similar reasons? Because I'd have to use 2 of 1, 2, and 3. But I could do 1, 5, and 6 and be fine.
Yeah.
I just couldn't use 1, 2, and 3. That was required in there somewhere.
Okay. Row 8 needs both 2 and 3.
So that's
So
for
if
those
it's
two, of course.
2, it's either if it's 2, it's 8 in the 19 cage. If it's 2, it's 8, 9. If it's 3, it's 7, 9. But either way, 9 has to be on there.
And that means this can't be a 7, because 7 and
So now
8
where
would
does
make both
9
of those
go in row
9s.
8?
Has to be here then. 9 and 8. 3 pair. 4, 5, 6, and 8. Quite enough yet? Oh, except I can take 3 and 4 off of that. 1, 2, 3, and 5 with a 7 here. So 5 has to be one of those two, so it's not there. But if 5 has to be one of these two, that means it's not here. That's 3 and 5. 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5. This one isn't a 9. It's 4 or 6. Well, that one doesn't have 4
Box
or 6
7.
in it.
If in box 7, if the thermo starts with 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
then the next 3 digits would be available would be 3, 4, 5, which is 12, right? Because apparently I couldn't add that another day.
Yeah.
Which would break the 4, 5. So that can't be 1, 2, which I see you've already stuck the 3 there. So
Yep.
and 2 becomes 8 and 9 in the 19 cage.
This can't be 3, 4, 5 because we have a 4 or a 5 here. Okay.
Row 4, column 1, row 7, column 2, and row 2, column 3 are all the same. No, row 2, column 4 are the same.
Right, because of this 1, 2 here.
Right.
I'm gonna mark those all blue. Yeah, because this one sees both of those two, and it has to be one of these two, so it sees that. I mark that one in red. Oh, which means it's this one. Because it can't be
Yeah,
any of
that's red.
these.
Yeah.
5, 7 pair. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9. Apparently this one's not 1 or 9, and that one's also not 9. It's there. And 1 right there. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, if in the 12 cage there, if it's 1, it has to be, well, it could be 4, 7. The 2 would have to be 4, 6. Row 8
Should,
needs an 8. Yes,
yeah,
it
so none
does.
of these, none of those. 8 pairs of 9. 7 up here. This is 2 or 5 to match with that. Blue's one of those two. Which makes blue one of those 3. Blue has to be there. One of those two. Red. I don't know if that was helpful. Take that all out. 8, 9, 1, and 3. Two, 8, and 9. These two aren't 3. These two aren't 1. Five, 9, 2, and 8. These two aren't 3. This isn't 1 or 3. Chip
Can't be
Sounder
4 or 6
asks.
and go ahead.
It's also true. This can't be 4, 6 either. Chip Sounder asks, what is row 1, column 6?
Yeah, that's what
And
I was
that's
starting to
7.
that's what I was starting to say, the 4, 6 because of the 10.
And that one was... Or no, I guess I did just fill that one in.
1, 4, 6 triple in column 6,
So
which
that's
leaves
3.
a 3.
This is pretty limited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 5 out of the top. 8 out of the bottom. Three and 5. These
Okay,
two are
the cage that the 9-cell cage that has whatever. Where is 1 in column 6? It has to be in that cage, which means that 1 can't be in box 4 in that cage.
so this is a 2.
Yeah.
2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Take the coloring out. Two.
The 12 cage in box 7 has a 2 in it, so that's the others are 10, sum to 10, 4, 6.
7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 4, 2, 5, 7, 4, 6, not 6s. These two aren't 7. These two aren't 6. 6 and 7 and 5. So 4, 3, 5, 1, 6, 3, not 4s. 6 and 4. 6s and 4s. 8 and 9. 9, 8, 2, 5. 4 over here. 2 and 8, 7. 4 and 7. 2, 4, 6, 1, 5, 1, 6, 6, 9, 1, 4, 4, and 6. And there we go. All right. Not the longest one today, but that one felt like the toughest. I don't know whether that was because it was last and therefore my brain was the most fried or what. Chip Sounder says beast mode. Yeah. All right. I think that is going to be it for today. We've got less than 8 minutes before I usually want to hit the stop button, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I mean, it's
Yeah, I've
possible
been
we could
fuzzy
do the next
brained
one.
from the beginning.
Yeah. But with that, I'll post the 6 links into the stream description for once we are done. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So let's go ahead and go over to the stream end screen.
4 more left in the killer theme set.
So, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see more content on this channel, I will be playing The Last of Us Part 1 on Wednesday. I'm going to aim for 4:30 for my start time. Go for 2-3 hours maybe. But depends on when I finish all of the things after work. And then cooperative games will be at 7:30 on Saturday in the morning. Yeah, and then we'll be playing Gunfire Reborn. Probably finish up most of what I want to get out of that game pretty quickly. But yeah, into a new cooperative game. But with that, I think that is all of the things that I have. But yeah, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for when all of that stuff is. And of course, you can always see the stream schedule on the YouTube page. Chip Sounder says, thank you for the features. That was loads of fun. Appreciate you sharing your puzzles with us. Yeah, we've got a lot of puzzles still in the queue, because after we finish this 10 puzzle set, then there is, I believe, a 20 puzzle set. So we've got a whole bunch of puzzles. So try and run through those as quickly as we can. See if we can solve faster than you can set. Of course, we only do once a week, so you've got plenty of time to set even more puzzles for us.
Well,
But
there
with
was
that,
that one day we had, what, 10 puzzles?
yeah, a lot of
Quickies on that one.
yeah. All right. With that, I think that is all the things. So have a good night. And we'll see you all next time.